All I ever wanted. I've heard so many stories of other people's lives. All I ever wanted to do was share a piece of mine. As a young kid growing up, I used to stand there staring at myself in the mirror, saying things like, "I wish I wasn't here." I tried to ignore the voices comparing the prettier girls to myself, but let me tell you a little secret. I used to wake up wishing I was someone else. If I was like her, I would have everything I want and wouldn't have to daydream. If I was like her, I could rock even skinnier skinny jeans. If I was like her, everyone would like me, 'cause if I was like her, everyone would want to be just like me. Growing up, I struggled, but I don't know one person who hasn't. The struggle made me stronger, 'cause I didn't just sit back and watch it happen. Anytime I was scared that my father wasn't coming home, I'd sit alone in my room saying really mean things about my mom, like, if I wasn't like her, then he would come back home to me, and if I wasn't like her, then he would never leave. I tried my very best to be everything that she wasn't. Couldn't stand to be around her no more, 'cause she just pushed all of my buttons, but then something told me, you don't know what something is until you've had nothing. I used to say I wouldn't treat my kids the way my parents did, but then I got thinking, hey, what if I became everything I said I wouldn't? And so I've learned to love and appreciate my mother and father, and accept the fact that, yeah, sometimes we are just like each other. Now, metaphorically, I want to metamorphically get under your skin and crawl next to your conscience like a really catchy song can lyrically cause this broken battle between broken records, replaying the same nonsense like a jukebox for open minds. You can pay me with song sense, gather everyone around, 'cause this is common sense. It don't take dollar bills to change, but that's just common sense. It always seems the grass is greener in someone else's yard. But once we get the green, we forget everything we once were. And once we get the green, we forget where we came from and fail to appreciate what we had all along. I never thought I had a lot, just a pocket full of dreams and a rhythm in my heart to keep me dancing through defeat. All I ever wanted was for people to be proud of me. But the only ones who really matter are my family. Where are you from? Where are you from is a loaded question. According to whom, I wonder? I carry so many differences in opinion. According to the stars in my free weekly horoscope, I was born on the cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius meridian. According to my maternal grandmother, I come from Most High, Jehovah's influence. According to the town where I was born, I come from Kingston, Ontario, Canada. According to the government, my mom is a non-status Indian mixed with Caucasian descent, and on my birth certificate, the father's name is missing. According to my childhood, I come from something a little more taboo, like, say, the dark side of the moon, 'cause my family has a secret history of trauma, mental unwellness, and domestic abuse. And according to the personal information sheets I have to fill out at doctor's clinics, the only boxes I can fit into are usually black, other, and or mixed. I don't know how to answer what my background is. So much of where I come from doesn't really make sense or exist. To make a long story short, I come from the heart. Message to I Am Poets. I believe there are muses beyond our comprehension of time and dimension. You could say they are waiting in the sky. You could say they are waiting by your side. We only need to be awake to welcome the muse in when they surprise. Make an effort to arrive on time for their spirit to express itself through your pen and onto the page. Otherwise, the muse will give its message away to another writer, another corridor. In constant co-creation we are. Whether we write our hearts out or write our way out, we collaborate with our ancestors and muses to inspire and inform the people of the planet. Make use of what you got, your language and your tools. Keep your notepad close and be ever wonderful to your muse. Mother like mine. I've always thought of it a privilege to have a mother like mine. Although she's not the kind of woman to cook up a storm or have a meal waiting for you the moment you get through the door, she is the type of mother to take you seriously when you talk about your dreams. Come high noon or high moon, she is always ready to make herself available, with a peace of mind for you to feast on. Homemade dinners may have their charm and remedies, but hearts grow and growl louder than bellies in my family. In my family, my mother's kitchen table is multifunctional. It's where she checks your homework, checks your temperature, braids your hair, pays the bills, collects receipts, plays her favorite R&B song of the week on repeat, checks in over the telephone with her sisters, with her mother, while ironing she re-glues, re-buttons, retouches, and fixes her fake nails, prepares the mail and reads the news. The kitchen table is where Ma hears you. The kitchen table is where Ma disciplines and defends you. The kitchen table is where Ma tells you your outfit looks nice, and then picks the phone back up and brags about you to a distant relative and remembers what she meant to tell you earlier about that problem you was facing with that not so special friend. Every time I hear my mother's voice, it's as if I'm sitting right there, right across the kitchen table from her, where our eyes meet and where our hearts make amends. I've never been afraid to follow my dreams. I was always way more afraid of what my mother would think if I didn't stay true to myself. I've always thought of it a privilege to have a mother like mine, to know no matter how lost for words I may become, I'll always have this uncanny connection to my mom. Fluke. Your gut feeling won't always offer you advice. It's filed under piles of past deflections of your presence. It ain't always going to be able to tell you what's good for you, but it will tell you what you've been able to hold. For every hint of happiness, there is an equal pinch of pain. The solar system is swollen with stupidity. An infinite supply of some particles fly into our sky, and we are granted an instance, an interactive instance to witness glimpses of gargantuan globs of stardust covered in flesh, becoming trapped in flight. You are not a fluke. You's a rebel with a rhyme. Besides, what's this concept of time but a self-assigned sign from the universe? There is, there has, and there will be, until the is all gone. a supermassive black hole erupting in the cosmos of your heart. The dream watcher is watching you. You don't have to have sweet dreams. You are sweet dreams. How else could you still be here without the mysterious strength and proof of the former you? You are not a fluke. You seek for one answer, and there are many angles to one's truth. You are not a fluke. You know, everybody's got their flaws, their insecurities and disadvantages, but nobody's got you. You are not a fluke. You are not a fluke. The power of influence. We cannot call ourselves teachers, not even on our resumes, for we do not control what people learn from us, if anything is learned at all. We can be providers, providing each other with opportunities to be greatly influenced. I bet my high school basketball coach, 2-time Olympian, phys ed and business teacher, didn't intend to make a poet out of me. Guiding light she was, equipped with give-and-go words of encouragement, providing me with opportunities to be greatly influenced, to recognize the greatness already within. Every now and then, she'd pass triple threat quotes. No longer on the court or in her classroom, I can still hear her. What the mind can conceive, the heart believes you can achieve. She inspired me to inspire others like me with a few words of my own.